as we talk to Robin Connor with Martha Turner, Sothebys International Realty. Robin, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bill. So good to be here again.
And most of all, congratulations on your new position, being the president of Martha Turner's Sothebys International Realty. It must be awesome.
Yes, we are very excited. Marilyn Thompson, who was our longtime leader for 30 years, just recently retired in March, and I am honored and excited to accept this position as president. And we have an incredible company, the agents, the staff, the assistants. I have great passion for all of them, and we're very excited about the future.
And I hope Marilyn's listening because she has been on the show too. She is awesome. So, Marilyn, have a great retirement and whatever you're going to do next. And Robin, boy, what an exciting adventure you have ahead at Martha Turner's. So let's tell people about Sotheby's and Martha Turner's, what's going on as far as your vision as you see it here in the early weeks of your presidency.
Absolutely. So I've been with the company since 2004. And I think through my roles and functions and a variety of responsibilities, it's really allowed me to build my credibility and my expertise, to really harness the power of others. And that's what's so important to me, so that I can help them grow into the best version of themselves, and we can continue to elevate this company and build on its reputation and continued success.
And Martha Turner Sotheby's International Realty has been so important in the history of Houston and buying and selling the homes. But as you made the Sotheby's connection many years ago, you are connected to the world in a way that is just incredible. Let's tell people how that connection works here in Houston and worldwide with all the people that are coming to Houston.
Absolutely. So Martha Turner Property started in 1981. And Martha has built a platform that really allows the agents to stay out in the field and work remotely from wherever they are. And in 2014, in January of 2014, is when she decided to sell to Sotheby's International Realty. And what that took was a local brand and just gave it the national and international exposure it needed. Our buyers are coming from all over the world. HAR even tells us that 52% of our buyers are coming in from out of town. And the reach that Sotheby's provides us, Sotheby's International Realty, is beyond measure. Our website, for example, sothebysrealty.com, receives 2 times more visits than the next real estate website. We have press mentions. We are #1 profiled real estate company in the press. And even our YouTube channel, we have almost 300% more views on our YouTube channel than any other real estate YouTube channel. So the importance that we've always told our sellers is that the best way for you to get the highest possible price for your property is to fully expose it. And that is locally, nationally, and internationally. And we can truly do that better than anybody in town.
Lots of exposure, to say the least.
Yes.
Also, before we go any further, Robin, let's tell people you have brick and mortar locations around the city. Bring us up to date on that.
Yes, so we have 6 locations. We have one in the Woodlands that is soon going to be moving to the Market Street. We have Cypress in Town Center. We've got Memorial, and then we have our headquarters in the Amagi building here in Central in the Galleria area. And then we have our Kingwood office as well as our Bay Area office. So we've got great geographical footprint so that we can help with all the real estate needs in the greater city of Houston.
And this is a big question. Maybe we have heard the answer before, but the state of the marketplace, has it ever been like this in the history of in the last 100 years? What's it like? How would you describe it?
No, it really has. Real estate is cyclical, and we're definitely at a high. The market is moving very fast, but what's really important for buyers and sellers to understand is that inventory is coming on. New properties are hitting the market every day. The headlines would like to make you think that there is not a lot of inventory to choose from. There is. Inventory is coming on at a very great rate. The difference is that the properties are pending much faster than normal. So, for example, we had 464 new listings just in the last 30 days. 243 of those properties went pending in the same 30 days. Typically, we're at about 30% of our properties pending in the first 30 days. This would be 52%. So more than half of our new listings went pending in the first 30 days. And that is where the activity is that properties are just moving much faster. So it's important for the buyers and sellers to make sure that they are prepared and have their ducks in a row. And even more important, that they are working with a knowledgeable and trusted real estate agent on their side.
You say that those two parts again because it is so important. Be prepared and
be prepared and work with a knowledgeable, trusted real estate agent.
And you know a place like that, Martha Turner Sothebys International Realty. You have so many top agents in their field. Brag a little bit about the team because some of the people, if not all, are legendary that are a part of your company.
Absolutely. We are so fortunate, again, from what Martha built starting in 1981. Our longevity with our agents as well as our staff is over 10 years. The production that our agents do, they are growing on a yearly plan, a 3-year plan, and a 5-year plan. So our agents are not complacent. They're all about self-growth. They're always about wanting to be top of the technology, understanding the contracts, and providing the highest level of representation to our clients.
Give us an idea as far as we see a lot of out-of-state license plates out there today. A lot of people are coming from certainly California, the East Coast, West Coast, and that. Give us an idea of where they're coming from, and then those that are coming from outside of the United States, where are you seeing them?
Absolutely. So really just to let everybody know, we do have a lot of Houstonians moving around in Houston. Lifestyles have changed, commutes have changed, schools have changed, but a good portion of our buyers are coming in from out of town. East and West Coast for sure. And I think the idea behind it is that Houston offers such affordable housing. We are actually the second most affordable metro in the top 20 of the metro cities. And we have the arts, we have the culture, we have the decent weather year round, we have great schools, we have amazing restaurants. And all these things allow the buyers to come in and find their luxury at any price point, as well as probably 10, 15, 20 different areas of town that they can really enjoy their lifestyle and enjoy what the city has to offer. Internationally, for 2020, about 22% of our business did come from international buyers. And again, a lot of it's coming from the jobs. Houston might not necessarily be a destination for like a vacation, but it is very job driven. And because Houston is not landlocked, we have so many headquarters wanting to be relocated here, which is then bringing in the international business. And it's really great for Houston.
Is there one or several countries that people are coming from in particular, or is it just a blend?
Right now, it's really a great blend. I think over the next couple of years, we could probably look back and see a pattern, but right now, it's a really good blend.
We're talking with the president of Martha Turner Sothebys International Realty. I love when you smile like that. It's Robin Connor. That's right. She's taken over the reins here just in the last couple weeks. Give us an idea of some of the things as the year will play out. If you were to make a prediction, or as you're talking to the team and thinking about, hey, here's what's going to happen, or what we speculate that's going to happen 4 months, 5 months down the road, end of the year. What are you thinking?
Well, I really think Houston's going to continue to grow. We have so much to offer. And I think where the agents might have thought for a time period that there were certain adaptations that they were adapting in their business due to COVID, I think they're going to realize that those things are here to stay. Working remotely, possibly showing properties remotely. I mean, we would have never have dreamt of selling property sight unseen, but that is becoming our reality. And using the tools, making sure that they're comfortable with the tools as technology improves, because more and more is going to be done online because we don't necessarily have to be in person. However, I want them to always remember that this business is relationship built. And so it is still very important that whether we're remote or however we're conducting our business, that it is a people business and that we have to have empathy for our clients. And as long as we can be empathetic and we can communicate properly, we will keep the trust high and the drama low. And that is something that we are working really hard with our agents right now, making sure that this process can sometimes be the most emotional transaction and sometimes their highest asset, and that we need to be empathetic to those clients because they are going to be moving around. People are going to be, making changes within their families or their needs, and wanting the agents to be empathetic.
Oh, there's a quote, trust high, drama low. Mm-hmm. That's very important, especially during these times.
Yes.
And it is so charged with all the things that happen in life, like life circumstances and things like that. But also, I think there's a little bit of anxiety that you've addressed at the very beginning of this, as buyers are probably worried, hey, I have to have a job here in Houston, but it's so hard to buy a home.
Right.
So some of those things you're helping people with. But what else can you tell us about if you're advising the buyer out there that has to buy a home here in Houston and it's such a frenzy?
Absolutely. So definitely you want the other third parties that you want to have involved in your process is definitely your lender. And having that pre-approval letter and having those ducks in a row is very important. But I think the idea behind it is that they're going to find their home. It might take 2 or 3 or 4 tries before they actually end up in the home that is meant to be theirs. The inventory's there, but right now, because of the buyer demand, you have to kind of know where your threshold of pain is. You kind of have to know where your value is for that home, and you need to give it the good old college try and do your best from the very beginning versus trying to negotiate to that value. Because I think that is where our sellers, we're trying to work with them, that they can leverage and maximize this activity if they have proper pricing. And so then the buyers on their side of it have to understand where the value is for that home. And we can provide comparables, but there's so much intrinsic value that a buyer puts on a home that is beyond the dollar per foot and beyond what the seller might think is the value of the home. And so really just being able to know what's important to you, what are the deal breakers, and having your ducks in a row.
We're hearing so much about the multiple offers. The sellers are getting multiple offers. However, are you seeing buyers making multiple offers on homes?
Absolutely.
That might be my strategy if I were in the market.
Yeah, at the same time, we kind of discourage against making multiple offers at the same time. But buyers right now are putting in probably 2 to 3 offers before they're finally getting the one. And sometimes it's because of trial and error. Sometimes it's maybe because they weren't as aggressive as they should have been in the first place. And then once you lose a couple, then they realize how to be a little bit more aggressive in the process. And that's where the communication between the agent and the client is very important to understand. I used to ask my buyers, if I called you in 60 days and told you that it sold for X, are you going to be disappointed? And you try to start figuring out where that value is to them, where they're willing to let it go or where they're willing to rise up and try to make the best go at it.
And Robin, you've done so well in the real estate profession. Give people an idea. Maybe they can learn at whatever level they are, or even whatever profession, as far as a success tip, idea, or two, something that has served you well these many years. What would you tell people that you have done that's really helped?
I think one of the largest things to success is self-growth and just looking for those opportunities to always grow and empower others to grow and be the best version of themselves. For me, leadership is not about being the best. Leadership is about making others better and helping those be better. And again, going back to the empathy. You have to be empathetic in a business that's surrounded by people and is based on the relationships that you have with those people.
And Robin, before we close this segment, what else would you like people to know about the market or anything else?
I think the market is very healthy. I think you need to have a trusted real estate advisor on your side, and you can find one at sothebysrealty.com that can work in your area. Again, we have the 6 offices, whether it's the Bay Area, Kingwood, Woodland, Cypress, Memorial, Energy Corridor, or in the central area. We have a trusted advisor that can work with you at sothebysrealty.com.
And if they want to reach out to your company, the phone number is
713-520-1981.
And the website again is
sothebysrealty.com.
Thank you so much, Robin Connor. Martha Turner, Sotheby's International Realty President. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Bill.